Qala imla al-hayna Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach wa Malaki by Shem Harwat Kakodash Barakathum the water by Babar Wakwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, and to the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine and say Shalom. Today we're gonna get into a video where Trump and his fellow felon constituents, they have decided. I don't know if this is final, but I know they're talking about it. So I don't know if they finalized this, but they are considering doing away with your Social Security. What is Social Security, you might be asking? It's simple. Every time you get paid, they take money out your check and it goes into your Social Security. Social Security, then when you turn 65 or whatever age they approve, which they're going up in age more and more because they want you to die before you collect. So they get to keep your money. For all the money that you put in the Social Security since you've been working, you're supposed to get that money back to take care of you in your old age. Now, I always said this, in order to see the true intent, you have to look at the end result. What is the end result of taking the elderly Social Security money? They're gonna lose it all. They're gonna lose their house. They're gonna lose their cars. They can't get their prescriptions. They can't get food. They can't pay their bills. And what's gonna come after that? They're gonna put these people in FEMA camps. See how they're trying to railroad you into a FEMA camp? Elderly. Yeah. There can only be one end result to cutting people's Social Security. You want them to be broke and powerless. Now, let's grab a scripture. Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, not where and who is he. That's why all this wickedness is allowed and all this wickedness is going unchecked. We told y'all. Look how much damage this man has done. And they ain't even clocked in yet. He is obviously not fit for rulership. No Edomite is. Especially the most proudest Edomite you can find, Donald Trump. Now, I'm going to say it again. In order to see their true intent, you have to look at the end result of their actions. Their actions is to do away with Social Security. How can anything good come from doing this? You see how the wicked operate? Let's go ahead and grab the video. Now, this video is on the David Pac-Man show. It's right here. And the name of this video is Billionaire and Millionaires Meet to Cut Social Security from $1,700 a month. Now let's let the video play.
A billionaire and a bunch of millionaires met last week to talk about whether the average Social Security benefit of $1,700 a month should be cut. Let that sink in. Elon Musk, giga turbo billionaire, hundreds of billions, has...
Now, why is Elon Musk even talking? He's not a politician, number one. Number two, nobody elected this man to do anything. Just like nobody elected Bill Gates to do anything. As you can see, your government is being taken over by rich men who are not politicians. So rich men don't give a damn about the poor. Matter of fact, the rich man and the poor man, they are basically enemies. Let me see if I can find that script. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Well, here's one. Here it is. Wait, that's not it. But here go one. It says, this is Proverbs chapter 10, verse 15. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. Exactly. He wants to destroy the poor by bringing more poverty upon them. Check this out. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. The book of James, chapter 2, verse 6. But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats? Exactly. But it's another one that I was looking for. I'll find it. Let's keep going. I don't want to hold y'all up. Let's go.
Has been deputized in an unelected role to start cutting. And he met with senators who have average net worths in the millions. So a gigabillionaire and millionaires got together and they said, what about cutting Social Security to people getting $1,700 a month, which they are entitled to since they worked for a living?
Exactly. It's their money. It's not Donald Trump's or anybody else's money to take. That is robbery. That is theft. You can't cut somebody's Social Security. That's their money. They work for it. You ain't giving them nothing. It's already theirs. So yeah, that's theft. And that's James, what? Yeah, James 10 and 10, I think. Or John 10 and 10. Let me see. I think it's John. Yep. And this is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking. This is the book of John, chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. It's not your money to take, government. But like I said, let's go to Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. That's unjust. You stealing. That's theft. It ain't yours to take.
Let's look at cutting their benefits. Let's look at cutting Medicare. We've got a bunch of reports on this. CNBC reports Doge's Musk and Ramaswamy want Congress to pass huge spending cuts. That's a tough sell. And it points out that mathematically, you can't do anything meaningful unless you look at Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
First of all, this is not theirs to take because you get money taken out of your check for these benefits. You are paying for these benefits out of your check. So if they don't want to grant you this money, stop taking it out of people's checks and let them stack it on their own. so they can be taken care of in their old age. You see how Esau ain't shit, unfit to rule?
Tell you why this is the case mathematically in a moment. The article points out the duo had a day of meetings on Capitol Hill with hundreds of Republican lawmakers. Nothing is sacrosanct, was the reaction from the senators who met with Musk and Ramaswamy.
What the hell does that mean? See, they always pulling words out their ass. Let me see if I can Google this and see what the hell that means. Sacrosanct. S-A-N-C-T. The hell is this? Okay, sacrosanct. It says, especially of a principal place or routine regarded, it is too important or valuable to be interfered with. See? So they saying right here, nothing is too valuable to be interfered with. But one thing, this is not your money. They're going to keep taking it out your check, but you ain't going to get it in your old age. See how unrighteous these people, they basically stealing your money. And I told y'all, y'all ain't going to be mad. Y'all ain't mad yet. I said this 5 years ago. Y'all ain't mad yet. Wait till they take y'all money. Let's go.
Nothing is sacrosanct, meaning it's not off the table that we would look at Social Security. It's not off the table that we would look at Medicare. It's not off the table that we would look at Medicaid. And
why don't you look at Ukraine and Israel instead of instead of taking what the poor people don't have? See, unjust rulers. You giving gazillions and gazillions to Ukraine and Israel, and in the same time, you finna rob the poor of what they don't have.
in fact, we did have this disturbing video, Fox Business reporting after this meeting that indeed, yes, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid are very much on the table.
Nothing is sacrosanct. Nothing. They're going to put everything on the table.
That's what they told lawmakers. Everything is on the table, and that includes Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
Let me tell you why this is mathematically a reality. If you're surprised by this, if you are a factory worker in Iowa who gleefully voted for Donald Trump for strength and for the economy and for...
Hold up. This says Team Dodge on Capitol Hill to get a head start on slashing government waste. Ukraine, Israel, is that not government waste? See?
For alpha and for testicular fortitude and because Trump pretends to be 6'3" and right, whatever reason you had for voting for Trump, we now have a problem. And the problem is that they are talking about cutting $2.5 trillion from the budget. The problem with that is the entirety of discretionary spending is $2.5 trillion. You can, if you don't touch mandatory spending, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, if you don't touch that, you have to somehow take 2.5 trillion out of 2.5 trillion. That means discretionary spending goes to zero. So either they're not going to cut anywhere close to what they told us they're going to cut, which we knew, or they're going to have to cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, or they'll have to cut not as much and take a little from Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. That's the math of it. And for all of the bluster, you can show up at a rally sweaty and orange 3 hours late and tell people how Kamala's a communist, right? You can do that a million times. And you can promise cuts. And Elon, or Leon as he called him once, do I have that on my soundboard? I don't think I do.
All right, y'all can watch the rest of this video. He's basically rambling, but he told you what was really going on. Yeah, they finna cut. We can come out of this. Y'all can watch the rest of this. Here's the title right here. Yeah. That's in the works. Now, when they said they want to cut government waste, Nobody ever brought up Ukraine or Israel. See, unrighteous rulers. Let's get some scriptures. That's all right, though. It's cool because we ain't got too much longer to have to deal with wicked ass Edomites. We ain't got too much longer. Let's go to the book of Sirach. And we're going to chapter 34, verse 21. And it reads, the bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. Yeah, you taking these people's money. Hold up. Verse 22. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. And he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder. Let me get another one. Let me see. I think this is it. Here go one of them. This is Deuteronomy chapter 24. Start at verse 14. You shall not oppress a hired servant who is poor and needy, whether he is one of your countrymen, or one of your aliens who is in your land, in your towns. You shall give him his wages on the day before the sun sets, for he is poor and sets his heart on it, so that he will not cry against you to the Lord, and it becomes a sin in you. See? But they're going to take it anyway. Let me get another one. Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that uses his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. So you're going to let people continue to pay into Social Security and Medicaid, but not to reap the benefits. Well, that's an easy fix. Stop taking the shit out my check. Better yet, I drop y'all. That way I can start stacking for my future on the side by myself. I don't need the government's help to count my own money. Never have needed it. Go to Sirach chapter 12. Verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. They're always trying to figure out how to make your life ugly, how to keep you oppressed. Unfit rulers. Verse 17. We can go to 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. And that don't have to be a physical pit. it could be conditional. Be a conditional like hell. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. So if you find yourself poor and broke, you know who took your money. His hand is in your bank account. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee every time. Claim this is for the better of the country, but he undermining you by stealing your money. It's not the government's money, it's yours. You paid into it. Out of each paycheck you got, they took some out and put it towards your Social Security, put it towards your Medicaid, your Medicare. That is your money. It's not theirs to decide to take from you. Go to Book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 72. Verse 4. He shall judge the poor of the people, he shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. That's what's coming to you, Esau. Now let's go to Psalms chapter 10. Verse 5. Now we start at verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let him be taken in the devices they have imagined. That's exactly what's going to happen. All this stuff they planning, which they indirectly targeting Israelites anyway, because they know that this is going to affect Israelites the most. Verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire and blesses the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. That's what he think. No, the Lord is giving you plenty of opportunity to earn your judgment. Verse 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. This is the kicker. Verse 5, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. Oh, dang shit. We just take whatever from them. Okay. Let's keep going. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 22. Rob not the poor, because he is poor. Neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. Verse 23. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Spoil mean to rob. So it really translates to, for the Lord will plead their cause and rob the soul of those that rob them. Even you just don't know who you playing with, bro. You playing with the Lord. Are you insane? You playing with his people. Are you insane? The answer is yes, he is. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 20. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. How they making haste to be rich? By taking your money. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 21. Mm, mm, mm. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. Ooh. That sound about right. Verse 7, the robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment, righteous judgment. Go to Proverbs chapter 29. Verse 7. The righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it. They pretending like making this move ain't gonna affect the poor people. Oh, they'll be all right. Okay. Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. How can we make them more poor? I know we could take their money and make it a law. Let's write it out, make it a law, make it nice and official so they can't say shit. This is the law. We stealing your money. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Yeah, that's going to destroy many without even firing a shot. But he shall stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. This fool gonna try to fight the Lord, but he will be broken without hand. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 10. Verse 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. This is not it. Verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, and so are his officers. You got a head felon, and you got fellow felons, who are all millionaires. I wonder how they got so rich. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all that dwell therein. You got an idiot-ass president, you're going to have idiot-ass citizens. Which proves what I said last week. Esau is not smart. You people are just stupid. Verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people. Yeah, he's very unwise. But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. I told y'all expecting rocket science performance, valedictorian performance from a middle school dropout. This man is dumber than a box of rocks. He can't even talk a good one, but y'all fall for the bullshit. Esau's not smart. Y'all just stupid. Verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. That's how they got this kingdom. That's how they gonna lose it. Verse 9, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. You stealing from people who ain't got shit, and you got it all. Yeah, that's very wicked. For such as one set up his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. Nothing is sacred to this man. This man will sell his own mama. Chapter 13. And we go on to verse 17. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. Verse 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? That's the one I was looking for. They'll never, in a wicked kingdom, these two will never come to an agreement, the rich and the poor, because the rich want to stay rich And they want to continue to hate the poor. Because they want to establish themselves as not being poor by keeping you poor. Go to the book of Job. Chapter 15. Verse 35. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, in their belly prepare deceit. Luke chapter 6. Verse 24. Red letter, Lord Yahweh Shai speaking. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. You already got your prize. So when the Lord brings your judgment, don't start that crying. Matthew chapter 19. Verse 23 and 24, Lord Yahweh Shai speaking red letter. And this is the Lord speaking to his disciples. Verse 23. And then Yahweh Shai, then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Verse 24. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through an eye of the needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So guess who ain't going? You already know. If you're a household name, it's a good chance you ain't going. Because as we can see from Puff and Jigga Man, you had to do some abominable shit to get those riches. And as we can see from Puff and Jigga Man, when you sell your soul to the devil, that day is going to come when he's coming to collect. That means it's either time for you to die or go to prison or die broke. So, like the Lord said, what is there? Let me see if I can find it. I don't want to butcher it. Here it is. The book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Idiots. Y'all did all this wickedness for some paper pieces of money that's about to become worthless. So you did all that shit for nothing. Dummies. Okay, let's get back to the lesson. I had to go on a tangent there. Yeah, fuck this money. We want the kingdom. Have all this money for what? So Esau can tax it and take it whenever you piss him off, man? Fuck this. We want the kingdom and see these assholes in chains. And if you was righteous, you would want the same thing. But I guess you don't, because you want to stay in this wicked ass kingdom with the wicked ruling over you. Romans chapter 16, verse 18. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. That's how they got you black maggers. Trump up that dancing and shit. Y'all like that. Nothing about policy. Even if he was talking about policy, he gonna be lying anyway. But y'all bought that shit. Y'all love listening to liars. Second Ezra, chapter 11. Verse 40. Okay. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth, which much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with much deceit. Esau. Go to Book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. Look at all the FAFO movement people, the Trumpolites, the maggots that's regretted voting for Trump. You should regret it. Where were y'all 5 years ago when he was in office the first round? Y'all forgot all that bullshit he did because you wanted Biden gone so bad. You willing to forgive Trump's bullshit of his first term. Now he giving you a double dose. Round two, now you don't like it. We told y'all gonna get exactly what y'all been asking for. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Chapter 32, verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Go to Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Now, if his soul is not upright, what makes you think he's fit to rule? Y'all gonna find out the hard way again. Proverbs chapter 11, verses 4 through 6. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Verse 5, the righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness every time. Verse 6, the righteous of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. All you wicked people gonna find out the hard way. That wasn't the way to go. But, you know, teach his own, everybody in their lot. So if the Lord ordained you to be wicked, you're gonna be just that, and ain't nothing we can say to change it. So we are coming more and more comfortable with that by the day. Everybody in their lot. If you are not meant to get this, you ain't gonna get it. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 20. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. Let's go to Proverbs 29. And 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Wait till he take y'all money. I told y'all they're gonna kick that White House door in for real this time. It ain't gonna be staged. Been saying that for years. Verse 12, if a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. especially if you got a lying ass ruler. You think he gonna have honest people under him to rat him out? No. Verse 16, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth. Exactly. But the righteous shall see their fall. Yahweh Ratazah. No, when you got a wicked ruler, he don't want no honest people around him. That's why you got the big house. I mean, the White House. They need to change the name to the big house because ain't nothing in there but felons. That's why in today's wicked kingdom, an honest man is a dangerous man. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child. They don't come more childish than Trump. Because he and thy princes eat in the morning, Salakia. That's the end of the scripture. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah. That's why they got to get something negative on you to keep you obedient. That's why they record you doing homosexual acts to keep you in line. And if you get out of line, well, this video just gonna mysteriously leak out. And then your reputation, your rapport is damaged. Your legacy is damaged, if not destroyed. You people are insane for even getting into an agreement with these wicked ass people like that. That's why I start rapping. Oh, hell no. It's cool. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoileth, spoil mean to rob. Now remember, they talk about taking your Social Security and your Medicaid and your Medicare. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, they shall be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Told you they gonna kick that White House door in for real this time. Let me get one more. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. And this is talking about Esau's wicked kingdom, his rulership. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old. They don't care about old people and they Social Security. They talking about taking it. Nor show favor to the young. They dog out the young too. They raping children left and right around this bitch. We can get one more and close. Let's see how the Lord gonna deal with this situation. Get rid of the problem of the world. Book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble. They shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. That's how the Lord gonna deal with you Edomites. He's gonna get rid of you Edomites. And the world gonna dance. Even your woman gonna dance when you gone. All you male Edomites, y'all getting the fuck out of here. Call all you la hiding out Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malakia, by Hashem Har Wapakak Warash, Baraka Thumb, the Water Bible Ball, Waquam Yasharala. Shalom.